What is happening, you wonderful people? So, this is my review for Beetlejuice 2, or I should say Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. And it's been a while since I've actually done an actual video review. I've been just doing them live stream reviews lately. But I haven't done one since May. You know, I took a break, but I'm back now. I'm sorry that I haven't really been posting. I posted my Out of the Theater reaction the other day. I haven't been feeling real good. I'm fine. I'll get better. It's just a mix of allergies and possibly a pinched nerve somewhere, so that's not fun, but you know, it's whatever. But I want to go ahead and get into this because I am not the biggest Beetlejuice fan. I'm really not. I like the first one. I like it. My mom tried showing me it when I was little, when I was younger. I couldn't really get into it. I've seen bits and pieces, but I watched it for the first time a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it. If it was on TV, I'd watch it again. If I felt the need to watch it again, I would. Again, I am not the biggest diehard Beetlejuice fan. Like, I gave the first one, what do I have it on Letterboxd now? I think I have it at a 3 out of 5. I mean, a 3 out of 5, so it's just average to me. It's good, though. I like it. And this one, I gave Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, or Beetlejuice 2. I gave it a 3.5, so I like it slightly better than the first one. But again, it felt average, but again, at the same time, I liked it more than the first one. But anyways, so going into this movie, I was interested. You know, I liked both of the trailers. I thought the first trailer they released was really, really good. Second trailer was better. I liked the second trailer. I thought it was better. But I was not hyped for this film. I didn't have very many big expectations, you know. I just was going in expecting it to be good because I go in expecting every movie I watch and see to be good. And I had a good time with it. I had a really good time with it. I'm going to try to talk about my positives first and then talk about my negatives second, or maybe just flip-flop between both, you know. But starting off the bat with just Tim Burton's style. Tim Burton, you know, I am not the biggest Tim Burton fan. The only movies that I have seen from Tim Burton are both Beetlejuice's, Dumbo, which I really, really like Dumbo. I really do. And then, what was the fourth film? There was another film that I have on my list, but I can't think of what it is right now. But overall, I'm not a fan of Tim Burton, but I like his stuff. You know what I mean? I like his stuff. But, so starting off the bat, Michael Keaton is phenomenal in this. He was great in the first one, and just like the first one, you don't see him much. You really don't. And in this one, it's like he has a big part, but you don't see him much either, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? But Michael Keaton's great as Beetlejuice again in this one, and he's funny. And Catherine O'Hara, I got to talk about Catherine O'Hara, the mom from Home Alone, the mom from the original Beetlejuice. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I was sitting there laughing my butt off. Some of the things she was saying, and I won't try to give it away because I do want y'all to go in. It's not really spoilers or anything, but I do want y'all to go in not expecting what she's going to say and be like, oh, that was hilarious or that was funny, you know? But some of the things that she was saying in the movie, like, I was just sitting there just not cackling, but almost, you know? Like, it was just out of left field dialogue, out of pocket, and I'm just like, she is funny. She's funny, man. And, you know, Winona Ryder is great too. Winona Ryder is always great. Stranger Things, the first Beetlejuice, this one, anything she's in, she's great. Cannot think of the actor's name, but her boyfriend in the movie, her fiance, he was kind of a, you know, not gonna say the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He was okay. I mean, you know, I expected from the trailers that he would be a super cool, low-key, down-to-earth kind of character. And once you watch the movie, you're like, again, I'm not going to say the word, but when you watch the movie, you're like, I don't like this character that much. He's just kind of rude, you know what I mean? He's kind of rude. So, he was okay. He wasn't great. I got to say, Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega fit right into the Beetlejuice world. She fit right in, and I've never seen Wednesday, the Netflix series with her. Never found an interest in watching that because of Addams Family. Never seen both of the older films fully, and I just never had any desire to. But she fit right into this world, and it's like right when she popped on screen, you're like, okay, yeah, I see why they picked her. Because remember, Tim Burton directed, I think he directed the Wednesday series on Netflix. I'm pretty sure he did. Might be wrong. I have to check on that. But you could tell that she was having fun. And speaking of fun, Willem Dafoe. Okay, y'all know Willem Dafoe's great. I love Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin. Whatever he's in, he's great in. He looked like he was having fun. I would have liked to see more of him, even though he is in majority of the movie, you know. There is a scene towards the end where he's with some people going to a wedding. And don't know what I'm talking about when you see the movie, but he looks like he's just having so much fun in the movie, and there's nothing more you can have than fun making this type of movie, you know. And Monica Bellucci, I don't know much about her, to be honest. I do feel like her character really didn't serve a purpose in this movie. She really didn't, but you know, it was cool to see her again. I don't know much about her, but if she wasn't in the movie, I would be okay with that because her character didn't really serve a purpose. It really didn't. It was kind of odd, and I'll touch on that later. Y'all know what I'm talking about when y'all see the movie. But Danny DeVito has a very small cameo in this movie. Doesn't do much, but it's cool to see. You know, it's always cool to see Danny DeVito. He's great. I'm trying to think of more characters that are in the movie that I need to talk about. I can't think of any more. Some more might come to me, but I think that's it. But you know, the practical effects are great. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of how Tim Burton does his practical effects, but at the same time, they're cool. And it's a cool, stylish way. Like, it's a cool playground that he plays in. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And I just find that interesting. The soundtrack, not the score, but the soundtrack is really, really cool. I enjoyed the soundtrack. There's one song by the Bee Gees that was in the trailer. A Tragedy that I can't stop listening to. Perfectly set in the movie. Like, just perfect. Now, this is kind of going into my negatives a little bit. Negative territory. Excuse me. I really only had two. Mainly two. I gotta say that the first one, in fact, the movie's only, I don't know, hour and 40-something minutes. Without credits is probably hour and 30-something minutes. It's a very, very rushed movie. I have to say, I feel like it is very rushed. The pacing is kind of a bit all over the place, and I'm sitting there, and it's not really taking me out of it. It really didn't. But I'm just sitting there, and like, again, it didn't bug me or anything, but I'm just like, maybe we should have worked on the pacing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we should have worked on the pacing. But my second negative that I've heard a lot of people have with it, and I can see what they mean, the story. Now, I do find it cool how all these plot lines in the movie did come together kind of in the end, but at the same time, there are a lot of plot lines in this movie. There's one with Jenna Ortega and this boy. There's one with Beetlejuice and Willem Dafoe, and then Monica Bellucci and Catherine O'Hara and Winona Ryder. There's so many plot lines, and then Winona Ryder and her fiance or boyfriend, and there's so many plot lines thrown at you. It's just kind of all over the place, but at the same time, I didn't really mind it. At the same time, it didn't really bug me that much, but those are really the only negatives I have to say about the movie. I mean, I had fun. I mean, it's not going to be top 10 or anything at the end of the year. It's not going to be. But maybe honorable mentions, maybe. But, you know, I thought it was cool to, again, I'm not the biggest Beetlejuice fan. I'm not someone who, like, thinks it's the greatest movie in the world. I like it, you know. Same with this film. I just like it. Because I gave the first one, again, 3 out of 5. Giving this one a 3.5 out of 5. So a little bit better, you know. But, you know, I think the movie did a good job with, you know, most legacy sequels nowadays just try to cram nostalgia at you, And I feel like this movie did a good job of having that story and having nostalgia bits, but not letting the nostalgia take over the story and the nostalgia mixed with the story, and they both worked at the same time, And I feel like that was a good part of the movie, and I feel like Tim Burton did a really, really good job with that. And I had fun and I laughed. I thought the humor was great, and if you're a Beetlejuice fan, definitely go give it a watch. I mean, it's fun. That's all I can really say is it's fun. But even if you're not a Beetlejuice fan and you just want to go see a new movie, or you're bored and you need something to do for the weekend and you want to have a good laugh, definitely go check it out, because it'll make you laugh. I promise you that. But again, 3.5 out of 5. I definitely watch it again. Yeah, Beetlejuice. Go watch it. It's gonna do good at the box office. So I will talk to y'all later. Don't know when the next live stream will be. Probably sometime this week, I bet. I am planning on going to see an advanced screening for Speak No Evil Monday. So I will have my review possibly Thursday, because I don't know when the review embargo is. I guarantee it's probably, I don't know, maybe Tuesday? It won't be Monday, but maybe Tuesday. Possibly. I have a feeling it'll be Wednesday or Thursday, but I'll have my review probably Thursday or Friday. But actually, I think I'll have my review for that on... I'm not sure, because I have to do my Transformers 1 review, because I already saw that a few weeks ago, but review embargo is Thursday. So I have my review for Transformers coming up sometime. We'll see. But again, Beetlejuice. It's great. Go give it a watch. I'll talk to y'all wonderful people later. Take care.